get mine. I gotta get mine. Hey, let me elaborate. Y'all niggas trying fake. I've been out here getting cake. It been a process to get my money straight. I remember them broke days when I ain't thought they could control. I just kept that hammer, homie, nigga, knock out your soul. If you ain't got my money on time, you better cash out. If you do that bad business, homie, don't even give me that. I've been staying out the way cause I ain't doing no dead time. Cause I ain't got time for you, little homie, I'm getting mine. Coolest nigga in the world, but don't try to test me. I won't never lead you astray, that's why the Lord bless me. I need no attention, I just keep the extension. I was me against the world, so I'm feeling like Pop. Chasing all this hundreds like I'm Zeke, but I'm from the block. Monetize the flow, just follow the formula. If you ain't trying to get that bread, then I'm ignoring ya. I'm looking for a way out, cause I'm trying to go global. These niggas ain't on they hustle, they ain't even mobile. These niggas ain't no soldier, that's what a nigga told ya. Elias Cash, nigga ain't nothing free. So you know how it is when you be coming to DC. Hey, ain't nothing free, so I gotta get mine. I gotta get mine. I gotta get. Ain't nothing free, so I gotta get mine. I gotta get mine. I gotta get.
I'm the realest in the D.O.B. Let me elaborate. Fuck your bitch at every given second, that ain't no exaggeration. Smoking on this real good pressure every single fucking day. Standing in my condo, nigga, that's just my meditation. 40 on my hip, a nigga, fake ain't no hesitation. Praying every single day to get out the situation. Lord forgive me for my sins, I'm searching for my destination. If I say I love you, know I'm in it, ain't no capping. Pull up nigga in my city, nigga, let's get it crackin'. Pull up nigga in my city, nigga, let's get it crackin'.
Ain't nothing free, so I gotta get mine. I gotta get mine. I gotta get. Ain't nothing free, so I gotta get mine. I gotta get mine. I gotta get.
Tax-free money gang. And the motherfucking thing changed, nigga.
Top of the morning. Salute, brothers. How y'all doing out there, man? I pray everyone is blessed. Y'all are well. You're having it your way, and life is the best definition of more than peaceful and pleasant for you. You know what I mean? And don't worry, this ain't gonna be long. Now, y'all have heard me refer to the game before, and this not. No, I'm gonna be a little bit more clear. The game of life, the art of, well, inside the game of life, there is the art of making money and, getting yourself to a point where you have adequate resources and shit. I'm gonna get you another part of the game, the part that you never win, and here's why. The thumbnail is short, and there are much more lengthy versions of it, but it wasn't no point in putting all that up there. I wanted to be concise and to the point. See, as a man, the reason why you'll never win that particular part of the game is because you're playing the rules and viewing it through the lens of a bitch, bro. With the rules of a bitch. Nah, you gotta like kick the door and just drag your nuts all through that motherfucker in order to win that part of the game. There can't be any concession made. There can't be any let me hold back and not be so domineering. Nah, no, nah, bro. That's not what's gonna win it. You being the best version of Gorilla Mon out of this motherfucker. That's what's gonna help you make it through that part. Where a lot of well, no, I mean, where a lot of males and men get stuck is trying to play the game at the level of the bitch. I just keep it simple. You know what I'm saying? Knowing goddamn well that when it comes to a bitch's rules, well, if you talk to them and you get into a continuity of disagreeing with her, all she does is move the goalposts. You know what I'm saying? You're looking like Charlie Brown out there trying to kick that football for 50 fucking years, and every time she's like, I ain't gonna move it. I swear I ain't gonna move it, and then she move it, and on your back you go. Because in her eyes, that's how the game is supposed to be played. So if Charlie Brown would have aimed for her chin, however, well, maybe she would have stopped moving that motherfucker. Just my personal opinion. But we don't support, that kind of behavior over here. But I don't think she would have moved that motherfucking ball no more. See, if you're playing the game, this particular aspect of the game of life, abiding by the rules of a bitch, bro, you ain't never gonna make it. It ain't never gonna really fully work out because the rules weren't set for you. The rules were set for the bitch, not you, bro. Not you. It's a harsh fucking reality, but it's one nonetheless, though. So getting upset and smacking your teeth and taking this far to smack, oh, you fucked up. You fucked up because you should have never been playing the game using her rules or its rules, its limitations, its power ups, because its power ups ain't yours. You want an example? Okay. I'll elaborate. I'll go a little bit deeper. You remember that video game back in the day? It's old John. Altered Beast, right? Once you kicked enough ass, you got your power up, and then your character would form into something a little different, something a little bit more special. Well, that's time in them battles, dog. If you kept going, you become like you max out damn near before you finish the first level because you went in that motherfucker kicking ass and taking names. You weren't trying to placate. You weren't bending over backwards and shit. You weren't doing none of that. No, I'm coming through here like a tornado and I'm knocking all this shit over. Because that was the nature of the game and the nature of the beast. And that's how you won, right? There wasn't no bargaining going on. There wasn't no, well, fuck it. You get the point. At the end of the day, if you play the game using the rules and regulations of the bitch, you'll always lose, bro. Always. Always. Hell, even when bitches argue, they end up deferring to each other and then the group versus being like, you're right, I'm wrong. I was being a stupid bitch when I said what I said. They'll never do it. They'll never do it. Mm-mm. No. The only way you win is to come through like a savage. Not listening to Nothing nobody got to say, and knocking shit down and picking motherfuckers up and planting them in the ground. That's the only way you win for this particular aspect of it. I ain't trying to hear none of that. And yes, you'll be considered a barbarian and a brute, but they'll know who and not who to fuck with. You'll be put on that who not to fuck with list. Because if the man come true, you know what's gonna happen. How it's all gonna shake out and play out. You dig? And that, sir, makes you just a little dangerous, but also garnishes you a certain level of respect around this bitch. Because they know you ain't coming to fuck around. Humans are still pretty much big ass animals, dog. We're just a little bit more intelligent, a little bit more stupid too. Because we made life comfortable and life easy. We can eat at our leisure so much so that we can get diabetes and stupid ass diseases like gout from consuming the wrong shit and do it knowing it's the wrong shit. So as intelligent as we are, still kind of real stupid too. But just a bunch, just big animals. Big animals. That's all. So when you show that more primal side of you, people tend to respect that shit just a little bit because they're like, not that one, not that one, no sir. But for that particular aspect of the game, the overall game being life, you can't, you being a man, or you being a male transitioning into a man. Well, you being a man, you can't use the bitch's playbook, pimpin'. You can't do that. No, because you'll never win. You'll never win. That whole be telling you to do everything outside your motherfucking nature, have you wearing fingernail polish and no drawers around this bitch. So you got to be careful in your decision making and your choices. You know what I mean? Hey, you looking weird like that tall mofo married to that one broad that got his that lets his son wear dresses now. You know, just weird shit. He cautionary tale. He lost the game. Yeah, he lost. He lost. Yep, he lost. In that particular aspect of the game, he was done. Him goose been cooked. Well, just a little information, a little bit of confirmation for real, for real. You brothers ain't slow and you ain't crazy. What you seeing is what you seeing, and because you see it, you see that you on the tracks and you see that freight train barreling down. That ain't no illusion. That's that three-tardedness of Keisha and them. Just step out the way, step smooth off the tracks, let them pass you on by. Yeah, because that's what would be best for you. Don't try to stand there, Hercules, and amp yourself up and try to muscle that train back. Nah, just step smooth off and let that bitch breeze on by, dog. And focus on winning. You know what I mean? In all aspects of the game. And toss the bitch's playbook away. Because y'all promise to God you always lose. You always lose. I got some other things I want to say, but I'm going to wait a little while, you know. But it's going to tie into this thing right here. But just for the moment, I got to speak indirectly, but still somewhat directly. But I'm pretty sure, as astute as you brothers are, like, you'll catch it. You'll catch it, you know. But yeah, the bitch playbook come with a bunch of pink wires that get attached to your brain, but detaches your balls. You don't need that. You don't need that. Rip them shits the fuck out. And you're walking around talking about how I feel. You a grown ass man. You need to think and know. Yeah, I know, but I feel. No, I think and I know. Yeah, but I still feel. Shut up. Listen, I think and I know I don't feel shit. You know what I'm saying? It's even down to your verbiage. See, we've been socially engineered to communicate effectively with a bitch on an emotional level versus just telling that hoe what it is and what it's gonna be. Accept it or roll the fuck on. Ta-da. You saved yourself hours of heartfelt, communication that the bitch ain't gonna listen to no way versus no, this is what it's gonna be. Accept it or roll the fuck on. That's how you win the game. You don't by not playing it. Because if you play a bitch's game using her handbook, they just simply, to quote St. Kev, they just simply move the goalposts. Charlie Brown. So whether you make that kick or not, the goalpost just shifts. He goes up, down, left, right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're on your back. Don't be like Charlie Brown. 50 years. He's been trying to kick that ball instead of kicking it in the face. Anyway, y'all brothers busy, man. I ain't want nothing. Just real quick, jump on this jump. Say a little something. Slide smooth on off. And I gotta do my due diligence. Salute, Tevin King. How you, bro? But yeah, I'm on my shit. I would have got on earlier, but I was listening to Slipknot and some of the other brothers. Just receiving information, and as I receive it, I try to kick it back and kick it back out. You know what I mean? But just peeping things for what they are. That's how you win around here. By not playing. Especially not playing their game. Because if you do, well, bro, it ain't going to end well for you. That was some bullshit. Yep. My bad, homie. I'm back. I don't know. This shit is getting aggravating. Anyway. What up, KL? How you, sir? Anyway, like I was saying, you contorted yourself down to fit into this bitch program versus her having to stretch herself out to fit into yours. That's the madness of it, brother. That's what a lot of motherfuckers do, and that's how they get fucked up, get fucked off, and get fucked over. Because that bitch knows that you're shrinking yourself versus growing her just to be with her. You dig? But at the end of the day, the way you win the game is not to fucking play it. Mm-mm. You don't never play no bitch game. You make her play yours. Or bitches games, I should say. You make them play yours. Because yours is way more appealing. It's got more bright lights and flashy shit, you know. They were referred to as cats or having a cat for a reason. Short attention spans, you know. For us, man, we can lock on to something and stay locked on for an extended period of time. But before StreamYard fucks me again and drops me off like, you know, I ain't nothing, like some trash in a dumpster, I go ahead and let StreamYard breathe. It is what it is. You bros have a good day. Be productive. Be blessed. I'm saying, be out the way and always, dog, be about your business, man. Be about your business. Oh, got some good news. I didn't even turn the the lead generation on yet, and already got me a water damage restoration jump coming up, and it's the whole motherfucking house. So I gotta go there today, take a bunch of photos, and attach my price points to it, and submit that to the insurance company and say who cutting the check. You feel me? Well, how much of the check is being cut by you, and how much is being cut by the client. You know what I mean? So that all goes back to staying consistent as well. You know, had to be part of God's plan. You know why? Because the client been calling around for the better part of a week, and everybody that she called ain't come out until she hit me up. I told her, nah, God just ordained for me and you to talk, because, you know, once you become my client, you my client for life. She went, ooh, but it's true though. It's true. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna do right by them people, and I'm gonna, you know, burn that insurance company ass up. Why? Because I make them play my game. I don't play theirs. You learn how to apply that in every aspect of life. You feel me? Straight up. Anyway, brothers, peace. Be easy. Be blessed. Be prosperous. And as always, get your money and stay out the way, champ. Stay out the way. You know what I'm saying? Only point you got to prove is to you. Because I'm my best and worst, you know, judge in competition, cuz. We out, y'all. Peace.